see this entire young group together. I've never interacted with such a passionate people looking at me and looking for some inspiration or motivation. But I'm sitting here, and I want to go out from here being inspired, because this is the best part of the group which we have seen in last time. So thank you so much, Prateek, and I'm really proud to see this growing. I at some point of time I had my challenges that how big will grow. I'm sure I've never had that doubt that what Prateek will do in life. He would be doing great, and we always thought about that. But to work with such a group of young people, and I always talk about it because I was also young. I'm getting into another track right now, and I know the kind of ideas we worked at that point of time. I know the kind of risk appetite, the kind of innovative ideas, the kind of things which came in our mind. Now it all comes through a filter of risk, decisions, evaluations, a lot of things comes into play. That was the time when we could think of nothing. So I'm really proud to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Lovely. So let's start this, guys. You're one of the first people to take a bet on us. Basically, आपने पैसे दिए थे जब कुछ नहीं था. So I had to build a narrative of that people are investing into Skillinabox. So you were one of the first person to do that. Confidence क्या है यार? Because उसके पहले तो कुछ काम नहीं किया था.
So I think frankly speaking, हमने दिए नहीं, इसने ले लिए. That was a forceful transaction which happened. But I can always tell you that in your group also, in your community also, in your family also, you would know that there is one person, there's one thing which you are not able to do for some reason or other, and then there is one person who is trying to do that. I'm trying to do that right, very, very right. That level of energy, that level of passion. So while I had a lot of challenge about, thought process about, opinion about the kind of work you were doing, I never had the slightest doubt about who is doing. So मतलब शुमाकर को रिक्शा भी बिठा दोगे तो दौड़ाएगा स्पीड में ना, ऐसा तो नहीं स्लो करेगा वो. So it was that kind of moment that if Prateek is there, we are there. मतलब वो करेगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो करेगा, इसको बड़ा करेगा या फिर कुछ और करेगा. So that agility was there. So it was confidence on person. I would be very, very honest to say that it was not just on the confidence of idea. It was main. था ही नहीं, मतलब develop ही हो रहा था, कभी बदल रहा था, कभी change हो रहा था.
It was not this.
It was, yeah.
It was not
this. And it was about that person. It was definitely about that person. It was about you driving it. And then obviously I had only one thing. I value that thing. If you're, again, coming back to the same thing, if you're privileged, if you got that opportunity, if you're able to do something, you have to do something which makes an impact in the society. You have to at least make sure that you're able to take one person out of their trap of less of opportunity, less of income, less of something to do better in the life. आप एक बंदे को ना, मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको, एक बंदे या बंदी, being gender neutral, एक को आप निकाल लो बाहर ना, the kind of pride you will feel in your journey, that's something very, very valuable. So when I walk into this office and I see it so big, I see a lot of you guys. I was waving your sales head in the another cabin. He was doing some, I think he was closing some sales, and I actually waved him thrice. He didn't look at me. So he had that bit of a smile which kind of confused me. He was looking at me, he was actually not looking at me. So I asked Prateek, क्या कर रहा हो? Sales close कर रहा है, पूरा दिखा रहा है confident. मुझे लगा sales close कर रहा है तो कोई बड़ा सा corporate होगा या कुछ ऐसा होगा. He was actually closing that sales call with a customer who is planning to take this skill or product. उसको पूरा ऑफिस दिखा रहे हैं. I think that's, you will never get this opportunity ever. And I think you have that confidence of showing to the learner कि आप इसको लीजिए और we are there in the journey. And then I heard the tagline when you said that, and it's actually true. Skills cannot be delivered. It's the journey where you need to be together to give to them what you know better and to take on something which they say that.
थोड़ा हिंदी में समझाओ इसको.
हाँ, मतलब ये जर्नी जो है, मतलब मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि ये अपॉर्चुनिटी कहीं नहीं मिलेगी। एक ऐसा पार्ट है जहाँ मतलब स्किल्स को डिलीवर नहीं किया जा सकता। मतलब आप जस्ट सिखा दें किसी को, स्किलिंग वो नहीं होती है। जो हमने बहुत शुरू में किया था वो राइट तरीका नहीं है। इट्स अबाउट कि वो आप रास्ता कैसे है जिसमें आप दूसरे के साथ जुड़ते हैं। आपके पास एक सोल्यूशन है, सामने वाले के पास चैलेंज है। कभी ये मत समझिएगा कि आप बेटर प्लेस पे हैं क्योंकि आपके पास एक सोल्यूशन है। अगर चैलेंज नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो सोल्यूशन का कोई यूज़ नहीं है। सो we exist because there is somebody who is willing to take on that challenge.
Correct.
And that's why we are there, we are together in that journey. और वो एक बार आप मतलब एक आदमी, आप पर्सनल नाम लिख लीजिए। आप लोग अपनी अपनी डायरी में ना, आई विल रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू कि आप लोग अपनी डायरी में नाम लिखें कि एक व्यक्ति जिसकी पूरी लाइफ में वो व्यक्ति आपने उनको चेंज हासिल करने में मदद की, आप उस जर्नी का हिस्सा रहे। जो अमाउंट ऑफ प्राइड फील होगा, दैट विल बी
Absolutely right, and I think this is something what everybody should learn and everybody should have. This is the kind of mentorship we talk about. This is mentorship, by the way, and this is so unsaid in today's day and time. And I think सबके पास ये message जाना चाहिए that everybody should find mentors and should find mentors who can really basically push them. मेंटर्स ये नहीं कि हाँ बेटा आजा, कोई नहीं, इट्स ओके, सोचा चिल कर लाइफ में, इट्स ओके। नहीं यार, मतलब आई थिंक मेंटर तो फिर यार मतलब कुछ अच्छा करो लाइफ में जिससे कुछ बदलाव लेके आओ। आई थिंक टुडे इज़ द टाइम व्हेन वी थिंक अबाउट दिस, व्हेन वी शुड थिंक अबाउट दिस, बिकॉज इसी से आई थिंक इंडिया विल चेंज एंड इंडिया विल ग्रो। आई थिंक दैट माइंडसेट शुड डेफिनेटली कम यार। मतलब आई थिंक इट्स हाई टाइम। लाइक इफ वी नीड टू फाइट एनी वॉर टुडे, we need to be very well equipped with our knowledge and innovation capabilities and actually impact capabilities of impacting a lot of people around us. Only that will basically give us a very, very great edge over anybody else out there.
But, and we never had good mentors.
Yeah, we never had.
We never had. And I remember a lot of time we discussing कि किससे मिलें, किससे डिस्कस करें, and हमारे पास नाम होते थे बट कभी कुछ लोगों के पास पहुंच नहीं पाते थे। एक्सेस बहुत वीक था। बहुत सारे लोग बहुत अलग जगह बिजी थे। सो आई थिंक दिस प्लेटफॉर्म व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट, प्रतीक, वो एक कंसिस्टेंसी हमेशा से रही है। चाहे वो प्लेटफॉर्म वहाँ पे था, ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स में था, चाहे वो टूलो किट में था, वो स्किलिनाबॉक्स में था। एंड आई थिंक अब वो ट्रू एक फॉर्म में दिख रहा है मुझे। when I had a glimpse of your head of sales closing the sales, was initiating a journey which will complete in totality. मतलब वो एक mentorship की जर्नी है। आप कुछ समझ रहे हो, जान रहे हो, वो एक दूसरे पर्सन तक ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हो। सो इट्स अबाउट ट्रांसफरिंग द स्किल्स फ्रॉम द माइंडसेट दैट द नेक्स्ट पर्सन विल डू बेटर देन यू। एक बार उस इम्पैक्ट के साथ आप जब जाना शुरू करोगे ना, आई थिंक दैट्स द बेस्ट ऑफ इट।
वेरी ट्रू। ओके, फ्रॉम अ फ्रेंड टू अ फाउंडर, ये वंशिका ने लिखा है क्वेश्चन, लिटरली उसको उसी को ये आई थिंक उसके जहन से आएगा, उसको जानना है। फ्रॉम अ फ्रेंड टू अ फाउंडर, यू हैव सीन एवरी वर्जन ऑफ मी. What has changed and what hasn't? Like, you've seen everything from basically my personal life, my professional life, whatever, killing myself in my personal life, and then you and Anand literally taking me out from it. And so what has changed and what hasn't? Nothing has changed.
Tough question. I think yeah, it's easy to say that nothing has changed. What hasn't changed, obviously one thing which I've seen throughout the thing is his value system, your value system of doing something not for the sake of earning money. And I was telling other day with a small group of people that he had been offered jobs in a much respectable place, reputable place, with a lot of money, much better than even what he might be able to take home, much better. And without the slightest of doubt, he always rejected it. And then why he's doing what he's doing today is to finally make sure that it has an impact on people. An impact on people. Not, I think today what you're doing is in true sense of what you always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Was that his idea, your idea, is always about next person becoming an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I think he always had that idea, but obviously when he was doing skilling, at that time it was all about training, how many numbers you can train, how then numbers can grow, and where they can place. You remember in some of the programs in DDU GK where you had to put the placement certificate.
Most of the programs ऐसे ही हो गए थे यार. हाँ.
But I was so happy when you said कि अब उस numbers की बात नहीं है. अब that might be very less, but now it's about those 100 people being transformed. So it never changed. It hasn't changed in you, and I think I'm really happy to see you reach here where your final purpose is about making impact. What has changed, or if it hasn't changed completely, or what has to change, is it takes patience. It takes a bit of time, and Prateek is the most impatient person I've ever met in the life. Things will get ideated right now. 7 p.m. will get into his laptop by 8 p.m. 9 p.m. we should start delivering, and there will be review meeting next morning at 5 a.m. but why didn't work out. But
और क्या?
हाँ, life short है, सबको करना है. But now when I see him, when I see you, I see you've also understood that patience is so patience is not about being slow. Let's not mix it that way. Patience is about being patient with the idea. And I think I see that changing, and you going through it. But most of it remain unchanged. But I think one thing which everybody should know, that you see a part of Prateek which is very happy, successful, having so big office, but there are so many parts of Prateek which I know at a personal level, it comes at a cost. So everything comes at a cost in everyone's life. If anybody feels that the journey is very, very flashy, very, very happy, it's not. So it's up to us, it's up to you to decide that what do you want to absolutely use the word called sacrifice to be better of yourself. And we were talking other day also that still there are so many things which we really want to do but not able to do. And so we in last few meetings in the entire year have not met to discuss about personal life. We still met to discuss about ideas, about this. So this is what you have to sacrifice for something better. So
oh yeah, this I remember. Abhi last time Prabal tried to initiate also, by the way. Prabal is like कि भाई okay, everything is good, great, etc. तू settle नहीं हो रहा life में, ये वो. I was like अच्छा ठीक है प्रबल. अच्छा but वो अगर तू Skillinabox में ऐसे सोचेगा तो तू कहाँ आएगा? हम ये gift skill कर रहे हैं, हम ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं. So I understand that. I just basically give up that conversation. But yeah, it is like, first of all, I think thank you to both of you. Like I know Anand should have been here. He's not in this country itself. But thank you to both of you to take care of the craziness, and you guys still do it in some way or the other, because I know that I'm calling you guys irrespective of anything which happens, and kabhi kuch bhi hota hai. Like I know that. So I know that these guys are my backup कि अगर कुछ हुआ, मेरे पास एक नोएडा में घर है बहुत अच्छा सा, और मेरे पास एक फिलीपींस में अभी घर है जहाँ पे मैं आराम से जाके, मतलब मुझे कोई कुछ क्वेश्चंस नहीं करेगा, मैं आराम से जाके सो सकता हूँ. So thank you for being that support. I think it's very less people probably understand it, very less people get it, and it takes time to actually build that over a period of years.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
And I'll request, I'll push all of you to have that community built within you also. That's very important for all of you कि वो एक community हो जिस पे आप trust कर सकते हैं. आपको पता है, मैं वही बता रहा हूँ, बार बार मैं वही बताता हूँ, और अक्सर लोग उस community को छोड़ देते हैं, छूट जाता है, इसलिए कहीं कोई insecurity हो जाती है, कहीं कोई competition हो जाता है, कहीं कोई पसंद का preferences के problems हो जाते हैं, कहीं irritation हो जाता है. But you need to hold that together, because once you do it, तब जो एक फीलिंग है, जो सक्सेस है, you can never achieve in life with your own success. I'm telling you.
True that. So I mean, you have to be entrepreneurial, guys. Simple. अच्छा, ये मेरे को सिर्फ लगे वंशिका ने लिखा है कि let's be honest, was there a moment ever you thought भाई ये तो गया काम से?
I'll be honest, बहुत बार हर बार ये तो गया काम से because you know it was not never about doubt in idea. इतने यूनिक होते थे, इतना नया होता था उस टाइम में. आप सोचो ना, एलईडी बल्ब जब बना रहे तो फटेगा ना, किसी को करंट. व्हाई आई वांटेड टू हैव दैट इन माय हाउस कि किसी को करंट तो नहीं लगेगा. लोग बना के दे रहे हैं, गांव में बिक रहा है, पता चला 100 लोगों को करंट लग गया, ये न्यूज़ बनी है. किसने सिखाया? और सर्टिफाइड नहीं था, क्योंकि सर्टिफिकेट मिला नहीं था. सो it was all about that craziness, and I think most of the time I felt in my heart कि ये गया. But always that confidence was there कि गया मतलब ये हो सकता है ये आइडिया काम ना कर पाए, but it was never about कुछ तो करेगा ये और बहुत बड़ा करेगा. And obviously it was our less of competence in ideas. We had to stick with it because we never had better ideas. So yes.
यार I'll tell you honestly, मतलब आई डोंट नो इनको कैसे लगता था कि भाई मैं कुछ करूँगा लाइफ में, मुझे तो नहीं लगता था. आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, लाइक लिटरली मुझे हमेशा डर लगता था, एंड इनफैक्ट अभी भी लगता है. लाइक आई स्पीक टू ऋत्विक एंड कनिष्क ऑल्सो, अभी मुझे डर लगता है कि यार मतलब आगे मतलब इतना, क्योंकि अब विजन बहुत ब्रॉडन हो गया है, तो अब डर लगता है कि भाई अब वहाँ पहुँच पाएंगे कि नहीं पहुँच पाएंगे, एंड अब ये कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि अगर हमने वो नहीं किया उस विजन से, सो जो असली इम्पैक्ट हम क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं वो नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर गिफ्ट स्किल प्लेटफॉर्म अगर हम नहीं लॉन्च किए एंड उस एफिशिएंसी से जो हम सोचते हैं बात करते हैं नहीं रन हुआ, सो वी एक्चुअली लैक्स ऑफ पीपल विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट दिस सोल्यूशन व्हाट वी हैव मेड. तो अभी भी बेसिकली मुझे हमेशा पहले भी लगता था कि मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ वाई मैं उसको परफेक्शन में मैं डूब जाता था, एंड मे बी इट हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट.
आई थिंक अब ज़्यादा लोग इसलिए बोल पाते, हमें तो कभी नहीं बोला किसी डर लगता था या फिर इसको लेस कॉन्फिडेंस था. बट आई थिंक दैट्स पार्ट ऑफ द एंटरप्रेन्योरियल जर्नी ऑल्सो. यू कीप दैट, आई थिंक, अ बिट ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटी विद इन यू. बट आई थिंक इट्स अ लार्ज ग्रुप नाउ, एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, मतलब it's not about what Prateek is doing. It's a journey which I think all of you, lot of you are doing together, and I think it's that strength. जिस चीज़ का आपको डर लग रहा है ना, वही आपका स्ट्रेंथ भी है. Because once you have that responsibility to take that idea to larger level, वो चीज़ें होंगी, किसी न किसी फॉर्म में होंगी.
नहीं, एब्सोल्युटली, एंड आई होप हो यार. मतलब आई थिंक बिकॉज जो हमारा इंटेंट है, जो नीयत है, हम इसके बारे में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बात करते हैं, दैट द इंटेंट इज़ टू बेसिकली बिल्ड फॉर पीपल. एंड बिकॉज यू सेड दैट आई एम समबडी जो हमेशा एक एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की बात करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक when I had met कनिष्क also, and कनिष्क के साथ हमने ये डिस्कस किया था कि यार कनिष्क एक दिन ना तू और मैं एक एक्सेलरेटर शुरू करेंगे कहीं पे, whether it is Goa or somewhere, and we'll incubate so many startups and we'll just like, because now we know the 0 to 1 journey, and हम उनको basically amplify करेंगे. And as he rightly said, वो 7-8 बजे, I'm sure a lot of people would have related over here. So there was this guy who was doing internship in Pune office with us, Dennis, and Dennis is 22 years old, 21 years old, Dennis, and basically वो entrepreneur मुझसे मिल चुका था एक दो बार. उसने कहा था कि I want to do internship. मैंने कहा ठीक है, पुणे में रहता है, ज्वाइन कर ले. Entrepreneurial मुझे लगा कि भाई इसमें कुछ है, स्पार्क, मतलब लेट्स, अभी स्पार्क है तो इसको जला देते हैं. So I'm like तू कर यार, मतलब I'll help you, स्टार्टअप करेंगे एक्सेट्रा. The whatever idea you have, you come basically give it to us. And पुणे ऑफिस में वो आया, वो ऐसे डब्बे लेके आया काफ़ी सारे, एंड उस डब्बे के अंदर कनिष्क, यू वर देयर? कनिष्क वाज आल्सो देयर इन पुणे दैट टाइम. और डब्बे लेके आया कि प्रतीक भैया, दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू डू, आई वांट टू बेसिकली स्केल दिस अप एक्सेट्रा. डब्बे खोले मैंने, उसमें वेरी अमेजिंग कुकीज़, वेरी अमेजिंग, वेरी gooey कुकीज़, और चॉकलेट, वाइट चॉकलेट, tiramisu, आई डोंट नो व्हाट, सो मेनी अमेजिंग कुकीज़ विद गुड डिप्स एंड ऑल. कनिष्क ने खाया, गौरी तो मतलब गौरी ने एकता तो मतलब वाज लाइक बस पूरी खा गई उसको. And it was so tasty, and he was also liking it. Okay, Dennis is like everybody's liking it, everybody's loving it, etc. And सब कुछ खाया वाया, and मैंने उसको गाली दी. ठीक है, मैं क्या है ये? Because Dennis is fit बंदा, literally वो जिम जाता है रोज, मतलब he is very fit. And मैंने कहा will you eat this? He's like no. Why will you sell this? Right. So anyway, Dennis के साथ मैं बैठा, I sat with him for a couple of months because he was interning over there, and I'm like, dude, you're going to work on this idea. I gave him an idea, which is, the people know it, it's a super amazing idea. and he also loved it. He's like, yes, this is really amazing. I'm like, build a deck on it. And वो गया 4 दिन बाद वो पूरा अपना presentation deck, pitch deck बना के लाया, very scrappy deck, etc. उसको innovate किया. And I'm telling you guys, the day that product gets released is going to be one of an like बहुत killer product होगा. And I know it has a lot of potential, and Kanis also knows that काफी killer होगा वो. Anyway, but me being very, उसको मेरे को आग लगानी है ना. So I was meeting Akshay and I was meeting all the other investors a couple of days back, and I basically wrote to him. मैंने कहा, Dennis, are you really in this idea? Because if you're in, then I'm going to start speaking to investors about it because we need capital for this. And Dennis said, yes, sir, I'm totally in. I really love this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to run this, etc., etc. It's just that I have my exams, so I'm going to finish my exams. And then I have to basically do this trip. I have to basically go for this trip, and then I'll basically do it. I message him, cancel the trip. Forget the trip. If you're going to do this, you're going to forget everything, you're going to sacrifice. He's like, no, but I had booked my tickets. I cancel it. So, literally, I'm fueling him like literally every day, right? And then, it's going to be a killer idea. I'm not going to basically say it right now. Most of the people know about it, but this is me doing it with a 21-year-old guy, just pushing him towards basically starting up his own thing. And this is not just about Dennis. I think this is about a lot of people here as well. Whether it is Rituvik, whether it is Shivangi over here, whether it is Shriya, whether it is Kishle, Kanisk, a lot of people, Astha, a lot of people here as well, where मेरे को क्या लगता है कि अभी इनको जैसे अभी किसी को मैंने गिफ्ट स्किल का पूरा दे दिया, राइट, एंड द होल जर्नी मैप हैज बीन ड्रॉन. नाउ आई फील दैट दे शुड जस्ट बेसिकली टेक इट एंड फ्लाई. मतलब इट शुड गेट एग्जीक्यूटेड द थर्ड डे. मतलब थर्ड डे वी शुड हैव अ स्पॉन्सर एंड गिफ्ट स्किल शुड जस्ट बेसिकली स्टार्ट. Same thing for HOE. Like HOE basically has been categorized into multiple categories, and every category is a brand in itself. And so honestly, like when I look at all of you, so मेरे सामने पूरी product team बैठी है, just for people over there to know. I honestly, basically, when I see your faces, I actually look at, in my head, it's literally a label I'm seeing. I am not even joking. Like, I am not even making any of this shit up. I actually see a label ki bhai, this is a label and this is something what these guys need to start and these guys need to execute. Of course, HO is definitely going to support them in that. And this is how I see Skillinabox as. Ki each and every one of them is technically an entrepreneur. Gift to Skill is all about sales. It's all about sales. EmpowerX. Most of you guys don't know what EmpowerX is, the new ones. If you know it, great. If you don't, sad. Like, you should literally catch hold of him. EmpowerX is basically a reverse migration initiative which is being done by Skillinabox. So, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो exactly हम कर रहे हैं. And but yes, everybody will relate to the whole entrepreneurial thing of कि 7 बजे idea आया है, 8 बजे होना चाहिए, 9 बजे execution होना चाहिए. श्रिया को तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा execute हो रहा होगा. श्रिया को तो मैं screenshot भेजता हूँ because Shriya is head marketing. कि यार वेबसाइट पे ये होना है, ये होना है, ये होना है, ये होना है. एंड देन श्रिया कल लिटरली श्रिया वाज क्राइंग येस्टरडे, मैं ये भी कर रही हूँ, मैं ये भी कर रही हूँ, मैं ये भी कर रही हूँ, मैं ये भी कर रही हूँ. मैंने कहा जो भी कर रही है आंसू नहीं आने चाहिए. आ जाते हैं सर वो. मैंने कहा नहीं आने चाहिए.
आई थिंक यहाँ पे एक बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट ये है कि आपको मतलब खुद के लिए करना है.
या
सो आई थिंक ये नैरेटिव आप मतलब मैंने 4-5 नाम सुने, बट आई थिंक इट्स फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. यहाँ पे जो लोग बैठे हैं सारे लोग हैं. बिकॉज अभी मेरे से किसी ने इंस्टाग्राम पूछा, मेरा हैंडल ढूंढने में दिक्कत हो रही थी, मिल गया. कितने पोस्ट है? एक पोस्ट है. इंस्टाग्राम पे एक पोस्ट है. आज इंस्टाग्राम पे होना कितना एक्टिव है, क्या होता है, आप सबको पता है. आपके जॉब्स, आप जो भी लोग यहाँ हो, आपके इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट हैंडल्स हैं, एक्टिव हैं, एंड यू नो हाउ टू यूज इट. Is it going to be relevant in next 20 years?
We never know.
Yes, it will be. Maybe not in the form of Instagram, maybe in something else, maybe something. That's how the world is changing. So you're learning what future skill. You're learning sales. You're learning marketing. You're selling a product. You're selling that, you're selling something to someone saying that this can change your life. You know, mark my word, it's not very easy thing. आज के रेट में ये बेचना कि जो मैं आपके साथ करने वाला हूँ या करने वाली हूँ, इट्स गोइंग टू चेंज योर लाइफ. अगर आप बिलीव नहीं करते तो छोड़ दो, बिकॉज यू हैव टू बिलीव इन इट. सो सबसे पहले वहाँ से उसको उठाना ही होगा, अदरवाइज दिस विल नॉट वर्क फॉर यू, आई एम टेलिंग यू. एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई सॉ यू डूइंग दैट सेल्स, आई वाज सो प्राउड. I was actually proud, and I told Prateek that if mirror है, मतलब क्या बोलते, ग्लास है, वो दिखना नहीं दिखना इम्पॉसिबल है. मतलब सामने कोई बाबा भी होते, इतना योगा कर रहे होते, उनको भी दिख जाता, बट ही एक्चुअली डिडंट सी इट. अगर उस लेवल का पैशन आप ब्रिंग करो ना इस काम में, नहीं आ रहा तो कुछ और कर लो. आई टेल यू, बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इस टाइम में आपको वो करना चाहिए जो आपको सबसे अच्छा लगता है, वहाँ करना चाहिए जहाँ अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ है. सो आई वाज टेलिंग समबडी वाज वेरी पैशनेट एंड वांटेड टू जॉइन समथिंग. तो बोला कि किस डिपार्टमेंट में, मैंने बोला स्किल-इन-बॉक्स ज्वाइन कर लो, बट 2-3 चीज़ें, सैटरडे संडे वर्किंग होगा, सवेरे 6 बजे से काम, रात के 12. मतलब 6 से कौन होता है, मतलब भाई बोल देगा करने के लिए, बाद नहीं मत बोलना मेरा दोस्त है. क्यों है, रेफरेंस दो. और थर्ड वाला डिपार्टमेंट में तुम्हें कोई भी दिलवा दूंगा. आप जाके पूछ लो अपने जो मेरे एज के लोग होंगे, वो ऐसा कोई बोल सकते कि ऐसा कहीं जॉब कर सकते हैं, मैं ये डिपार्टमेंट चेंज कर, मैं सेल्स आ सकता हूँ, मैं कल मार्केटिंग कर सकता हूँ. इतना बड़ा आपके पास प्लेटफॉर्म है, आप वो स्किल्स बेच रहे हो जिससे लोगों का जो लोगों की लाइफ चेंज हो रही है. सो यू आर नॉट जस्ट selling something which will change your life, you're selling something which can change somebody else's life. Go and talk to your friends and say that, what are you actually doing? Are you studying to change somebody else's life? No. Most of them would say no. And then you're doing something which is going to be the future of skills. Future of skills. और ये सारी चीज़ें आपके लाइफ में काम आने वाली है. और कहाँ सबसे, आई थिंक दैट्स अनदर नोशन कि जो आप कर रहे हो वो कितना रेलेवेंट होगा. आई एम टेलिंग यू, व्हाट आई लर्नड इन 2008-9 was when I was getting incubated by a social sector incubator, saying that कि आपको जो आइडिया है वो जितना भी खराब लगता हो आप उसको पिच कर पाओ. ठीक है, वो चीज़ जब आज मैं प्रेजेंटेशंस देता हूँ तो वो लर्निंग मेरे साथ है. सो एवरीथिंग व्हाट यू आर लर्निंग इज गोइंग टू बी so हेल्पफुल इन लाइफ, is something that's going to be very very critical. तो अगर मतलब मैं बता रहा हूँ, मेरे आई थिंक वन ऑफ माई रिलेटिव टोल्ड मी दैट व्हेन आई वाज इन बॉम्बे आई लव मूवीज़, एंड मैं शाम में एक मूवी लगा देता था. बोला कि जो भी आज मूवी है ना, वो आपको जब आप आराम से रिटायर हो जाओगे ना, सारे CDs लेकर के एक साथ देख लेना. दे विल बी इन बेटर फॉर्मेट, दे विल बी इन बेटर. मुगले आजम कलर में मिल रहा है ना आज की डेट में. हमारे पापा मम्मी ने जो देखा था ब्लैक एंड वाइट देखा था, आप कलर में देख सकते हो आज. सो आई थिंक देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स विच विल वेट इन लाइफ, बट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी विल नॉट वेट. The people will not wait. And then cry. If you're feeling like crying, cry. Because you will not find a person who can believe in your ideas. You will not find a person who can really push you through those ideas.
I agree.
And then you will not find person who will still say कि चलो fail हुआ तो कुछ और करो. So get through that journey so that even if you say that नहीं मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा, that's not a bad place to be in. Yeah. It's a great place to be in today's world. With so much of competence, which is going to be the future of skills. I'm telling you again and again. आप जो यहाँ सीख रहे हो,
इनका पूरा टॉपिक था future of skills.
हाँ.
You guys had a topic.
In fact,
on research.
In fact, जो स्किल डेवलपमेंट था जो हमने 2012-13 में शुरू किया था, आज उसको ऑफिशियली गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री फ्यूचर ऑफ स्किल्स बोल रही है.
Yeah.
So what you're learning today, and that's why I'm saying that those are the things, and that's why I feel very proud. कि पहले ज़माने में कभी बोलते थे कुछ भी नहीं होगा तो एक्सपीरियंस होगा. ठीक है, ये एक्चुअली बहुत बहुत ट्रू है. यहाँ पे हर चीज़ आपके एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कर दो तो बेस्ट तो है ही. सिंपल अगर जॉब करोगे ना, यू विल बी डिफरेंट. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, it's not a subject to be taught, but should be a mandatory subject to be taught in the sector, so that every school, every college, so that they have an attitude of being an entrepreneur. What is the problem we are facing, Prateek, today in the world? Is about 70 to 80% people who are doing their job, not owning to that job. They're doing it for 9 to 5 purpose, they're doing to earn money, to pay EMI, they're just in the loop. If you start owning that particular part, मतलब या तो आप कंपनी में प्रोग्रेस कर जाओगे, कहीं और बेटर कर लोगे लाइफ में, and that's where I feel you all are really privileged in that part.
I agree, and this was in fact my next question itself, that I think where we sit today, right, yaar, we didn't have anybody pushing us, in spite of being very entrepreneurial also. in spite of being the people with so many ideas, in spite of all of those things, we have met a lot of people and not shy enough to basically say, काफ़ी लोगों से मिले जहाँ पे हम उनको अगर कुछ पूछने जाते थे तो वो जवाब भी नहीं मिलता था. We were basically left in the grey. काफ़ी built up egos हमने face किए to basically get answers but नहीं मिलता था. I have myself knocked so many doors. So many doors, and I have got rejections from so many doors. Like he knows that एक ऑफिस के बाहर कैसे मतलब 7-8 घंटे बैठना, just because you could probably say a few words to the person sitting behind that door. I'm sure a lot of people today, like, हमने कभी उसको ये भी नहीं बोला कि गाली भी नहीं दी या कुछ नहीं बोला कि भाई ये ऐसा कर रहा है, ये ऐसा कर रहा है, ऐसा कर रहा है, ऐसा कर रहा है. मतलब वी ऑलवेज बेसिकली से दैट भाई बिजी होगा. सो आई थिंक maybe that is why we want to probably give it all back, and maybe that is why it has got more fire and probably me also to build more entrepreneurs, because I know that this is the need today. I know यही need है, impactful entrepreneurs चाहिए and positive impact entrepreneurs चाहिए. And entrepreneurship सिर्फ ये नहीं होता कि भाई आप खुद का idea लो, business शुरू करो and that's it. That's not entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is basically being how you become entrepreneurial in a company itself. For example, like when I look at all of you today itself, like that is from an entrepreneurial perspective of becoming an intrapreneur. For example, अभी तुमने कहा ना 4-5 नाम लिए, तो मैंने वो रोहित देखा वहाँ पे. तो they know exactly what I speak to them and how I speak to them and क्या उनको करना है in the next couple of years. मतलब literally they can give you a whole plan about, and they are from the finance department. So it's not that only product department को I am looking at or सिर्फ sales, but every department is becoming entrepreneurial by nature. And this is the next question, that very good question by the way, Vanshika. A lot of young professionals today chase promotions, titles or quick wins. What would you say they should actually be focusing on in the first couple of years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of their life? Because if you look at us, हमको कुछ था, कोई क्या promotion chase कर रहा था मैं, क्या title, क्या promotion, etc. etc. CEO तो टेक्निकली डायरेक्टर तो 2013 ही बन गए थे ना जब कंपनी रजिस्टर करी थी, तो उससे कुछ फायदा तो हुआ नहीं. सो a lot of young professionals today chase these things, chase a lot of titles or quick wins. बहुत जल्दी उनको basically सब कुछ चाहिए. What would you say that they should actually be focusing on today?
I think it's a mixed response, because I also don't want to say that I think it's a great generation which I have seen with a lot of passion to do something bigger. A generation which really wants to do something different. Larger ideas में काम करना चाहते हैं, vision देख पाते हैं. But obviously, there's a bit of impatience also. So I think that's what this generation needs to work in, because back in our days, what really worked was, what Prateek was saying, that because we might be a little underconfident also, which I think this generation is good. They're confident. The way you talk to us, I couldn't talk to my people who were 10, 15 years senior at that point of time. I think, but what we used to do a lot was, we had a lot of listening capabilities. We used to listen to people, our seniors, experts, we always were open with ideas. But does that mean that we were not asking questions? We used to ask questions. We had a lot of ideas. So I think especially with the group which is working with you, how many of you feel really bad when your idea gets neglected or rejected by Prateek? You feel bad, okay? Anybody else feel?
Because your ideas are like this only, dude.
Don't ever feel that. Don't ever feel that. I was in Bombay. I was being an entrepreneur at that point of time, and everybody whom I met only said one thing: this idea is fantastic, amazing. Please go ahead with it. And after a year, my idea was going nowhere. Then I met somebody close and said that everybody who says your idea is good and please go ahead, literally had no interest in your idea, and they just wanted to move ahead. And it's a little culture in Bombay also. और बहुत अच्छा करिए आप करिए, fantastic. पूरी दुनिया बदल जाएगा, निकल जाइए, वो निकल जाएंगे आगे. And you are left with something. Somebody who is saying nahi chalega was the first person who were at least interested to understand about that idea. So always respect that person जो आपके idea को ना बोल रहा है, because that's the first thoughtful filter of your idea. Second, having, you all know the bad side of being with Prateek, but the good side is if your idea gets filtered through Prateek, then also you've gone through the filtration of lot many normal external environments. You don't want to come up with an idea and then fail miserably in the market. So that's why, this is the place where the idea gets through him and then feels good. But third, you have to ideate. It's a very discipline based thing. Don't ever think that कि किसी के दिमाग में आइडिया आता है, किसी के दिमाग में आइडिया नहीं आता. ऐसा नहीं होता है. अगर आप ये सोचना चाहते हो तो आप बस अपने आप को जस्ट एक्सेप्टेड द फैक्ट दैट यू कैन नॉट थिंक. हर कोई सोच सकता है. जस्ट एक बच्चे के साथ 3 साल 4 साल के बच्चे के साथ जाके एक्सपेरिमेंट कर दो, उसको कोई भी सवाल पूछो, कुछ ना कुछ आंसर वो दे देगा. इट मीन्स ही और शी इज एबल टू थिंक. वी डोंट वांट टू थिंक, वी डोंट वांट टू पुश आवर ब्रेन टुवर्ड्स इट. एंड इफ यू मेक दैट हैबिट, ठीक है, मैं 4 आइडिया लेके महीने में जाऊंगी, डिस्कस करूंगा, एंड देन विल सी कि कौन सा आगे बढ़ सकता है. बट द आइडिया, एंड आई वाज डिस्कसिंग विद प्रतीक टुडे ऑल्सो, इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि कौन इस कंपनी को लेके 100 करोड़ की कंपनी बना रहा है. सिर्फ वो आइडिया नहीं काम करेगा. हर चीज़ का ये यहाँ पे कुर्सियाँ सोफे कैसे लगे हुए हैं, हाउ इज़ द ऑफिस लुकिंग बेटर, हाउ कैन यू हेल्प अदर डिपार्टमेंट. इट्स ऑल इन दैट आइडिएशन प्रोसेस. बी कंफर्टेबल विद वेयर यू आर एंड स्लोली यू विल फील. और मोस्टली लोग कहाँ फेल करते हैं, जब आइडिएशन इनोवेशन का मतलब एक लार्ज आइडिया, उससे कंपनी में कुछ बहुत बड़ा चेंज, उससे बिजनेस रेवेन्यू. यस, आपने इसको जैसे ही रिलेट कर दिया, यू विल स्टार्ट फेलिंग. बट स्टार्ट विद प्लेस वेयर यू कैन एक्चुअली कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट, बट यू मेक इट अ डिसिप्लिन. सो अगर मैं बहुत बेसिक एग्जाम्पल देके बैठ रहा हूँ कि अगर हम इस ऑफिस आते हैं, कुछ आइडिया, कोई एक व्यक्ति है जिसको लगता है कि मेरे दिमाग में तो आइडिया ही नहीं आता, मैं शायद चुपचाप, मुझे ज़िंदगी भर जॉब करना पड़ेगा, मैंने कहीं शायद एक इन्फीरियॉरिटी, एक इनसिक्योरिटी बैठ की. आप बस एक प्रैक्टिस करो, इस ऑफिस में एक वैसी चीज़ कैसे बेटर रह सकती है, उसको आइडिएट करने की कोशिश करो. बट इट हैज़ टू बी अ डिसिप्लिन्ड एक्सरसाइज. देन यू स्टार्ट डूइंग इट, देन यू टेक इट टू नेक्स्ट लेवल एंड सी, आप सडनली लार्जर आइडिया ट्रांसफॉर्म होने लगेगा. बट यू नीड टू बी इन द स्पिरिट ऑफ दैट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. अगर आप नहीं रहोगे तो फिर नहीं आएगा. बट डोंट जज योरसेल्फ कि आपका आइडिया
करेक्ट
बड़ा है, छोटा है. गेट 2 person in your life, one who is supportive of your idea and the second who is critical of your ideas.
प्रतीक, एब्सोल्युटली राइट. आई थिंक यही मैं इनको सबको बोलते रहता हूँ, अपनी टीम को, जिसको भी बेसिकली मैं मिलता हूँ, दैट यार आइडिएशन ये नहीं है कि भाई आप कितना बड़ा आइडिया, ओ माय गॉड एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, भाई क्या भयंकर आइडिया लेके आ गए. नहीं, आइडिया इज स्मॉलेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग. आइडिया इज बेसिकली हाउ डू यू मेक दिस टेबल टुडे लुक गुड, how do you basically make yourself look good today, how do you basically present that meeting today, and how do you take notes in that meeting today. All of these are specific small bit of innovation which should happen every day, every moment. And जो वो कहावत है ना, बूंद बूंद से बनता है सागर, आई थिंक आइडिएशन का यही है. ये मैंने सीखा है कि मतलब smallest of the steps every day will probably take you to a place where you don't even know where you can actually go, because all those steps have got us over here today. Very simple. So yes,
I'm saying that ki I think where Prateek is standing, it's scary sometime also. It's risky also sometime when you becoming bigger and even better, because then a lot of responsibility of a lot of people, a lot of things are there. But when you are in job, it's much easier to experiment. I'm saying it because the place I am currently in, I had an opportunity to be a normal job person and do my work and grow, but I took that challenge as an entrepreneur. So the place I work currently gives me opportunity to work in a program called Swachh Bharat Mission. So I had the opportunity to just work in that program or be owner of program. So currently what I feel, and I'm really an entrepreneur there. So you know which city I work? I work in a city called Indore. I along with a lot of my team members work in this program where we ensure that how cleanliness is the essential part of today's our life. So how do we change as a society? Very, very simple idea. In terms of idea, it I think sits at the lowest of the value chain. But the same person goes outside will not throw a plastic bottle on the street. The same person in India might throw a plastic bottle on the street. Should I take it at what kind of work I am doing? And I take it at how the entire ecosystem of people, country, state, city can really transform into something that if we don't own it up to something like if I am drinking from a bottle and if I throw it on the street, if I not able to take the ownership of that thing, I will not be able to take ownership of anything in my life. And that's where my work gets started, my team's work gets started, and we work with that challenge. Then we work with the city administration. We work with a lot of state and governments thinking that how do we change this as a group of people? And that's where the journey starts changing. So you all are a bit luckier than Prateek to experiment your ideas in this company and take it to a level where you start actually owning the idea.
And we will. Yeah. All right. I think nobody has any questions. What are the last bit of words you would want to give to them, to the community, to all the naris, to all the ladies, to all the women out there, and of course the other people out there?
I think कोई wisdom की line नहीं. I think it's about इतनी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी आपको जो लोग यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, जो उस पूरे प्रोसेस के थ्रू एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और इससे बेहतर प्लेटफॉर्म आप सभी को नहीं मिलेगा जो यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, जो सिखा रहे हैं, जो सीख रहे हैं. सो आई थिंक लेट्स यूज़ दिस इन अ बेस्ट ऑफ द वे सो दैट अगर आपके कोई सवाल हैं जिससे ये प्लेटफॉर्म बेटर हो सकता है, या आपके पास कोई जवाब है जिससे सामने वाले के लाइफ बेटर हो सकती है, आई थिंक लेट्स यूज़ बेस्ट ऑफ इट. दिस इज़ डेफिनेटली द टाइम ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वेयर यू कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग. सो एंड द जर्नी नेवर स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम डूइंग समथिंग बिग. कभी बहुत बड़े से शुरुआत नहीं होती है. वो सबसे पहली शुरुआत होती है कि आप कुछ कर सकते हो. तो वो काम स्किलिनाबॉक्स कर रहा है आज के डेट में, बहुत अच्छे तरीके से कर रहा है, आप सबकी वजह से कर रहा है. और एक सपना क्रिएट हुआ है जिससे बहुत सारे लोग इस प्रोसेस के बाद एंटरप्रेन्योर बन सकते हैं और बना सकते हैं. आई थिंक द रियल वैल्यू इज पार्ट ऑफ द जर्नी वेयर समबडी will come out of the trap of a belief system where they consistently believe that they could not do something, from being able to do something, and then from there to help somebody else do something. So अगर वो जर्नी बहुत सारे लोगों को पूरी ज़िंदगी में कभी नहीं मिल पाती है. So I think have complete belief in your ideas. Be patient, be impatient also. Listen to people, listen to the community, don't listen outside. और जिस चीज़ के लिए आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू जो लोग यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, जो लोग स्किलिनाबॉक्स के थ्रू अपनी लाइफ चेंज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, आप सब किसी न किसी एक आइडिया की वजह से जुड़े हैं. just go through that journey, and I think your life, all of your life will be transformed. If my life can be transformed by being outside, if I can be so proud being outside of this experience, I'm sure you will all have a lot of experiences which will not just have experiences, which will shape your life. So you're going through one of your life's most amazing, transformative time of your life. Be very focused, put your best into it, and you'll see how the entire universe actually conspire to create something which is so beautiful, so powerful, so impactful, that you'll really be really proud of yourself. So just be happy that you're not just working, you are creating a platform which is helping people to dream. It's a very powerful platform. Skillinabox is not not a tool. Why I love that idea was a box can actually help, and the way it's transforming is something beautiful. It's actually, I've seen those videos, and I've seen how people are taking those classes, how it can actually transform somebody there. There are a lot of economic opportunities to create business out of everything what you guys are telling people. So the day when you convince somebody to take that kit, and the day when you are actually giving those lectures, every day, just don't give up, because you don't know how much you're tired or how much you're feeling bad on that day. The person who is actually hearing you out, seeing you out, learning through you is actually living their dream journey. So just think about that larger impact, and it's one of the most amazing job you would ever have in your life. I'm telling you, you can write it down in your books, and you'll all have a lot of experiences, jobs, things in life, but you'll never ever forget the experiences you're having and the impact. So all the best, use the best of it, and be happy. That's the best part of this job. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. And bus, I think in the end it is a power pack platform. Bhai, sabhi nariyon ko, this is a super amazing platform for all the naris in the house. Starts with the team, as I always say, all the naris of the team. This is a platform for you to basically step up and grow. And so please use that to the best of your efficiency. You have people around you who can back you up till the end of the time. Trust me when I say this, that literally we personally are here to basically help you become the best version of yourself. And this is not, we've just not said it in front of the camera, but we've done it also. So this is to all the naris who are our learners as well, that हम चाहते हैं कि that आपकी ज़िंदगी literally बदले, and literally आपकी ज़िंदगी में you actually start earning, you start learning a lot of things, and you actually basically help support your family and then the people around you. So this is something what we really want for the women of Skillinabox, and of course then India and the world. So yes, keep giving your best, keep learning, keep innovating, keep failing, keep falling down, and keep becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Oh, Prabal, a gift for you, one more.
I already had one.